Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gaming Chat Podcast. I am your host, Davey Arkham, and beside me, as always, is the one, the only Joe. Joe, how you doing, buddy?
I'm really good, man. Yeah, really good. Enjoying this hot weather, enjoying all this gaming news that's coming at us like flying daggers. And yeah, no, I'm really enjoying and looking forward to getting into these topics today as ever.
Per-
What about
per-
yourself?
yeah, no, I'm good. Same with you. We're kind of experiencing the same weather. Currently, 29 to 30 degrees at the moment. So,
Hmm.
what my computer says, like the weather says that it's 27, but it feels a lot more than that. As a translucent white man, that type of weather doesn't really go well with me. But went out for ice cream with the missus, had some walking, and then it was good. It was good, but uh, very mixed feelings this week in the gaming news for me personally, as we'll talk about later on.
Yeah,
Later on the show.
spicy topics. Not necessarily good news, though, is it? Like that's the thing.
Yeah, no, we don't really get good news anymore with Sony, so that's just something that happens. But I suppose we can talk about the gym. I barely went this week. I went like 3 or 4 times. Or my lower back like kind of tweaked on me, so I was like, all right, just gone for a few jogs here and then, other than working out like heavily. So that's just been me really. And I know that you've been away busy, so
Yeah, I did a lot of drinking, raising like working out my drinking arm. But
yeah.
that was in Poland as ever. I mean, like if anyone's ever gone to Poland, like they drink vodka like fish drink water or appear to drink water. Um, so yeah, it was great though. But to be fair, you know what? I have been swimming. I've been feeling a little bit like rubbishy, so I've been doing some swimming and stuff. So yeah. That's about it. Like, well, getting out and walking around and stuff like that. But like I said before, don't really count walking.
Yeah, that's fair. But letting everyone know some housekeeping. If you were aware of the last episode, Joe and I pre-recorded that a few days advance, so we didn't actually talk last Sunday, and we really spoke much. So yeah, housekeeping. We done a prediction show. We have
Yeah.
the Star Wars episode that we did. We are doing well. We are doing the upcoming Summer Games Fest watch along as well as the Xbox Showcase. As of recording, PlayStation have announced State of Play. That's a Tuesday, so that's a bit of a conflict for me. I won't be able to watch it. I'll be working, unfortunately. I tried to get it off, but can't. So if there is ever a reaction, it'll be like I'll probably react to it, go blackout on social media, and just record when I get home on the channel.
When is the um what
Play.
time are you back on the Tuesday?
I am back at 6 a.m.
Okay.
Like so, it starts at like 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. I'll be at work at
Yeah.
that time, and I won't be back until 6 a.m. So
That's Tuesday the second, isn't it? It's obviously not
yeah,
the
yeah,
Monday.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, no.
Okay. Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was, but we'll get into that in a while. Why? But yeah, no, that's it. Like, get ready for in 2 weeks' time. We'll have some reaction content, and I'm looking forward to seeing what everything will be announced. Then we actually do have a viewer that commented in the last video who actually did what we asked. We asked them about their predictions. So one Mister Mikey Pags 2002. This,
Shout out.
yeah, shout out to him. He gave us his predictions. So at the Nintendo Direct, he thinks there might be a new Smash game and some Mario Kart DLC.
Ooh,
I would love a new Smash, and
I agree.
I
Yeah,
think
I
Mario
think.
Kart DLC is a given. It's been long enough.
Yeah, yeah, it would make sense too. So there's good predictions to be fair, and I would like to see a Smash as well. So fair play.
Yeah, and
Um,
he also said in the PlayStation State of Play that there'll be a new character revealed for Marvel Token. I'm going to put one in here. I think it's going to be Carnage. I think Carnage will be the Token character reveal. And he also says that a new God of War, perhaps a spin-off or even with Loki, could be shown off. Like, he could be
it
right
has
there.
been rumored. It has
Yeah,
been rumored. So you
yeah.
know,
So
yeah.
a God of War with Faith in a God of War game with Faith, which is like a hack and slash game. That's apparently rumored, and that's been directed by Corey Barlog. And then for Xbox, he says Fable and the revival of Banjo Kazooie.
Oh god, everyone's been hoping for Banjo for so long.
I
Yeah,
I want Banjo.
yeah, I want some Banjo as well. Like, and to be fair, like even my missus wants some Banjo.
Yeah. And then for the Summer Games Fest, Mikey here says he wants the one more thing to be the GTA 6 trailer, along with other games that he can see being announced as Injustice 3, Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 3, Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, and to get people hyped, but that's not coming till next year. And he hopes that there's also going to be a Disney platform fighter, but overall, he's excited and he hopes that we're going to enjoy the Summer Game Fest. And again, thanks, Mikey, for commenting. We will be very excited that like you and I love this time of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be fair, you know what? If any of those show up when we're doing our reactions, we'll give you that shout out. Thanks, Mikey, um for your predictions. It's cool, and I agree with most of them. I think they're really good predictions.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure I did see something not too long ago about a Disney platforming fighter game. Like, I saw something somewhere about it, so that is going to be a cool shout if it happens. Kingdom Hearts
Mm.
4, I I do feel sorry for me. That's not happening until August. That's not going to happen until August. That's going to show
You
up at
think
the
it's a Gamescom? You
it's
think?
that Gamescom, or it could show up in September at the Tokyo Game Show.
Mm,
And I do like the GTA show because we're very close to getting those stuff there. However,
mm.
one thing I want to talk about, Final Fantasy VII Part 3. I feel like that's going to be the one more thing this Summer Games Fest.
Yeah. Well, I think you said it last time, didn't you? In the last episode.
Yeah. There's just
So
something
yeah.
about it there, but you know,
Mm,
shout out Mikey again for those. They're great predictions, and we hope that any of them come true. We'll be very happy.
indeed. Yeah. Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
do you want to talk about what you've been playing?
Yeah, I have managed to do some gaming as well. I've been playing some Dragon's Dogma. Really enjoying that. Been playing that since I got back from Krakow. I actually did play a fair few demos when I was out in Krakow of like some really cool stuff. I tried VR for the first time, Dave, and
How was it?
it looks really, really cool, and it is really cool. But man, like within minutes, I was like, I'm gonna vomit. Like I get really bad seasick,
Oh, I
which
see.
sucks actually because I love like water sports and stuff like that, and going out on boats and stuff. But yeah, I was there like very quickly, getting sick. There's this other game as well, which kind of looks like something out of I can't remember the name of it off the top of my Actually, hang on a moment. You know what? I might just have
Oh,
it
he is
on me
disappeared.
because I've got all my cards here at the desk
Hmm.
of all the ones
I
I picked
see.
up. Um, Boundless Fun Simulator. That's it. Anyway, it's an Epic Games Store exclusive. I think,
Hmm.
or for the time being at least. But yeah, so people should go and have a little check it out there. It looks like a load of fun. Something that would get a lot of players and you can have a lot of fun with. Like it's sort of Minecrafty slash Robloxy in terms of the visuals, but the physics that you can do in there. It's like I guess it's kind of a little bit silly, like Goat Simulator type thing in that sort of sense. There's another one which looked really cool as well called Cos Miners, which yeah, having a bit of a play of those is really cool. But yeah, mostly in terms of games I actually own and complete games, um, it's definitely been Dragon's Dogma. However, I am just downloading and installing this game called Paralives. It's basically it's a The Sims like game, but without apparently it's meant to be just one game. No DLCs. All updates will be no paid DLCs. All updates will be free. It's just launched in early access today, and I've got that on the install right now. And I really can't wait to play that. And my missus is a big fan of The Sims as well, so she's looking forward to playing it too. Have you? Are you a fan of The Sims?
My fan of Sims. I wouldn't say I'm like a massive fan, but I remember playing it a lot when kind of growing up, doing the motherload cheat stuff like that, kind of
Yeah.
doing crazy stuff like that. But it was never really, you know, something that I was really into that much.
Mm. No, that's fair. Well, what have you been playing then?
Been busy. I've been busy. So since we last spoke, I have platinumed Final Fantasy One. Fantastic
Hey.
game. I have the script written out for the review that I plan on doing in the upcoming week for the channel. Fantastic game. I went into it with the mindset of just having uh, not used the guide or anything. I just kind of went in, kind of explore the world for myself and see what made this game amazing. And to be honest, I don't really like the pixel art remaster. I prefer the original art style. And you can't
Do
like
you?
you can't swap back to it or anything like that in these games, which is a shame. But however, it is pretty cool. Following that, I have played some Final Fantasy two.
Yep.
I have it is drastically different compared to the first one. Uh,
Mhm.
the dialogue options are completely different. Having to learn certain words and use those certain words in dialogue to find out more information, like it is a lot harder so far. Like I've taken a little break from it. I will go back to it because I knew certain game was going to be coming up soon, and I didn't want to, you know, do that. So in the meantime, I've been playing another game called Dead as Disco. It's an early access game on Steam. Uh,
Heard of it?
it's
Yeah.
it's a beat 'em up uh, rhythm game, and it is phenomenal. You can add your own music to it too, and like try and sync the music to like hits as well. And that it's pretty awesome. I highly recommend it. It's like I think it's like 20 quid right now on Steam and early access, so I'd highly recommend that. Then I started going through Steam. Then when I got a new Xbox controller, I played this game called the Pizzapocalypse. It's like a small platforming game. Uh, the developer's name completely is out of my head right now, and I do apologize for that. But however, that game is made by really, you're not going to say
Oh, that's Monkey Strike, isn't it? Yeah, yeah,
monkeys,
yeah.
right? Yeah, that
Yeah.
so that they also it's about like this. You're using this little pizza guy. Well, I say pizza guy, guy that makes pizzas, and like you use the pizza to like jump higher and like dash across like the platforms and stuff, and like you have to get like pineapples that are like the tree, like the big collectibles in this one,
Mhm.
and then after that you like just kind of make it to the end of the level, and then you because it's such a small game, you basically just rerun it again, see if you can do it faster. They have announced that they are making a sequel to that, so that's pretty cool. It'll be called Pizzapocalypse 2. Another game I've been playing is a Dendhattack. It is, what would be the best way? It's you're a train on rails, and you basically have to, you're getting directions, and you have to either stop, go, do flips, go left or right, things like that. It's a cool little game that I just saw on Steam that I tried. It's just a demo. I don't know when the game comes out. I think it actually comes out in July, I think, but that was a cool little game to try out. And another game I played that really caught my attention. I saw this game last year at something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was like the PC gamer fucking showcase that was on last year. Duskfade. The
Ah,
per-
Fireshine. Yeah, yeah.
the best way I can describe it is a third person platforming game that feels like Jack and Dexter, Ratchet and Clank, Kingdom Hearts, and like they're like probably the best ways I can describe it. Uh,
Mm.
like it's pretty cool. Like there, you play like one certain level and you get to a boss. This game I actually might get when it comes out. I'm really excited for it
Yeah.
because I'm kind of missing that right now. And after that, I bought a Pokemon Z-A for Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch
yeah.
2.
What do you think of that?
So I'm 2 hours in, okay,
Yeah.
and I really want to stop playing it only for the fact that this game reeks of it needs voice acting. Like the way that the cutscenes are, I feel like they're made for VO to be in it. And I know Pokemon doesn't really have that, but I think it's time where it needs to have that. Because like there's these like awkward things where you're just looking at the screen and there's like a news reporter talking to the screen, but it feels like there should be audio the entire time and it's just quiet. And my stance on these type of Pokemon games anyway is I prefer turn based more than this of waiting for the ability to refresh and then go again type of thing.
Well, you know what? They're trying to go for the whole Power World thing, aren't they? They're trying to, because people were like, ugh, people were saying, critiqued them, and that's what they did in Power World. And yeah, it was cool and good in Power World, but is it? Does it ruin the formula? So I just think that they should go better in the role playing and do it that way rather than, because it's a little bit, unless they can get like really like good AI into the Pokemon and stuff, like, oh, the Pokemon, yeah. Well, I guess, yeah, the Pokemon. It doesn't. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's doesn't. It feels a little bit clunky. Um, but I'm glad they tried it. Like, I mean, and Power World, fair play, Power World, for they've really given the competition a kick up the ass, which they needed sorely. But I think it needs work. And in truth, honestly, rather than, like you said, I'd rather them go back to turn based and go better in the RPG elements of the game. I don't. For me, voice acting is not really that important for it, especially for a role play game. Like, I just I feel like when they voiced the Fallout character, it took something away from it. And your ability to role play. Like, if they went, you know, deeper into the role play mechanics, you could have your character. Do you know what I mean? If you're giving them a voice, kind of takes away from how you might imagine they speak. I don't know. Some people love that kind of stuff, I guess. So maybe that's just a me thing.
Yeah, no, I completely disagree with that. Like, because like you can say the same thing about like uh Kingdom Come Deliverance when you use Henry. You know, like he could be a silent protagonist and stuff like that, but he has a voice. Like I if
Well, I
I
know, but he's also Henry, isn't he? Like, he's not your own created character.
yeah, I know,
Um,
but like that's the way I see it, and instead of because I do agree that it's not the best option to have a voice protagonist, and I hope for Elder Scrolls 6 that they refer to just that, but that's the way I kind of see it to make myself enjoy it a bit more. But
mm,
regarding Pokemon, this game, it really does need it because there's just a lot of awkward silence for the first 30 minutes of the game.
mm.
And to be honest,
Oh,
it's not really
you're
engaging.
talking about voice acted NPCs, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. My bad.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
like
I'm
any
talking
of the
about
characters.
voice player character. But I'm not. But if it's voice acting for the NPCs, yeah, I'm here for that. That's for sure.
Yeah, like, but other than that, like, I'll go back to it at some point. Uh, it's just right. Like, I'll play it when I'm on my lunch at work, but it's really difficult right now. Like, trying to put myself into that mindset. And another small game came out called Forza Horizon 6. So
Indeed.
I've been playing that on Game Pass. I played probably about 20 hours of it. It's phenomenal, truly exceptional. It's obviously a very high. It's like plus 91, 92 on Metacritic. The
Yeah.
cars are fantastic. The show events are fantastic. I have done the race against the mech, and that's quite fun. And playground games could really be up for doing something really spectacular if they manage to release Fable later this year. And
Mm.
but Forza, yet again, stellar. You know,
Mhm.
and one final game I have been playing, I won't talk about too much, but I've just been playing Destiny, and I'm going to say the rest. I'm going to say for later in the news about that.
Fair enough. Yeah. There's a It's highly relevant to several topics which sort of sprawl into one. But shall we start on a lighter note here. Well, I say lighter note, but we'll start on some sort of more digestible topics, shall we say? Um, yeah, with that is Amazon and the cancelled Lord of the Rings MMO. Amazon's head of games, Jeff Gratis, says they will continue to explore a compelling new game experience set in Middle Earth.
And yeah, and if you've been listening to the show over the last few weeks, you have noticed that we have said that Warhorse Studio might have been working on a Middle Earth game, and lo and behold, over on Twitter at the start of the week, they have announced that they are actually indeed working on a game set in the Middle Earth. So we do have an open world RPG game from the Lord of the Rings actually coming out from the people that brought you Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and 2. So yeah, that is fantastic news. One interesting thing to also note, there is also another game in the Lord of the Ring or in the Middle Earth world also in development, but I don't know who's making it. So there is 2 games coming out.
What next? Sorry, are you talking about 2027 specifically?
No. There is a new Kingdom Come game coming out in 2027. It's not Kingdom Come Deliverance 3. It's a different type of game. Possibly made by a different team than Warhorse Studios.
Yeah, so I know of a different game set, and I can't talk about it, but
Yeah.
I know of a different game in the Lord of the Rings IP that is in the works. But yeah, I can't talk about that. But if I'm wondering if that's the one that is being referred to, or if there's actually another one as well. Because yeah, anyway, you know how to call them, bud. Like this is, I feel like we should call them Davies leaks. Because yeah, or I don't know if you were guessing, or if you had some inside info there or whatever, but you know how to call them. Like that, you were bang on with that. So well done. Well done on that one.
Yeah, but it is sad to see that we're not getting an MMO for it. But at the same time, I don't have time for an MMO. But that just shows that Amazon doesn't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to releasing games. I think they've only released like maybe one game.
Well, I mean, they did seem like they were. I think was it like they're pulling back or something. I remember saying we haven't actually put this in the news. This was recent. It's like they're pulling back on games and stuff. With regards to Luna and stuff. I can't remember the details of it, so I don't want to spread fallacies. But yeah, there's something. It doesn't seem all too good for Amazon in games at the moment. I'm gutted we're not getting an MMO, but you know it's because they've seen, what is it? Is it New World they've seen New World and how much of a moneymaker that was for them, and they just want to do that with Lord of the Rings. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would love to have an MMO of Lord of the Rings, but I would rather the single player or like co-op, whatever, but the non MMO route basically. I just think it's easier to get right and people want it more. There's so many like MMOs for the MMO people who it drives everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, the last thing we need is another one at the moment.
Absolutely. But the one thing I will say is they really need to revamp the combat if it is going to be a first person game, because a lot of people aren't going to vibe with the combat of Kingdom Come Deliverance in Lord of the
It's a
Rings.
real nuanced thing, isn't it? I remember
Yeah.
thinking, "Oh, this is awesome," and I remember playing it for the first time and being like, "Nah, this isn't for me." And then I remember picking it up again and being like, "Okay," because all my friends were like, "You've got to fucking play it. It's so good." And I was like, "Okay." And once you get it, it's good. But you're right. It would not work. I think they should take elements from it, but
Oh,
yes.
absolutely. Yeah.
But you know what? That game, what I think works so well for it is the CryEngine. I think it's a fantastic engine, really underutilized. I think so. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but that is. Um, there was one thing I wanted to talk about there. Nah, we'll leave it. But yeah, how about Judas? It's expected to release in the fiscal year of 2028 to 2029. Ken Levine's next game, according to earning reports. So there was a earning report that we found out that GTA 6 is also officially going to definitely 100% release on the 19th of November. And in that same physical report, it also says that GTA is expected to make like 8 billion in the first like quarter. And also, we found out that Ken Levine's game is going to release in the physical year of 2028, 2029. So that leaves it from the window of November, December of 2028 to like March 2029.
Yeah.
So game is a bit further out than I expected, I guess.
To be fair, I mean, like, um, yeah, that's further out than you'd thought, but it was actually good. I mean, this is kind of adjacent news to this, but like, what Strauss Zelnick and Take Two were out there sort of suggesting that once GTA 6 releases, Take Two are going to be investing more money in acquiring studios and IP and getting more sort of third party deals for their existing IP out, which I'm personally really excited about. I mean, I know you and I have spoken about LA Noire as an example of one of them,
Yeah.
which needs some love. But yeah,
And just quickly speaking of Take Two, just a friendly reminder that GTA 6 was supposed to release tomorrow before it got pushed again. So if you were in Australia right now, you could have technically been playing the game.
just remember, people, it's for the best that it was delayed, because if it was delayed, there was clearly they weren't happy with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's for the best.
And want to kind of also talk about something else I was right about. You remember recently I said that there was going to be elements in the Assassin's Creed Black Flag resynced,
Yes, I do remember very well.
and I was like, maybe they actually removed them. But the more this game is getting revealed, the more I seem to be correct. Uh, for those who aren't aware, there is a guy on X, also known as Twitter, Farzam. He uploaded a clip from Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, and he talks about how their hunting is back in Black Flag, and then he says that Assassin's Creed Shadows did not have allow hunting, so he was super down with it. However, this combat is straight from the RPG games, along with many other features that are starting to come out now. And that's not a good thing. If like in the old games, you used to be able to just shoot the pig and he'd die, and he'd quickly go over, skin it. That's it. You're making the game a bit too tedious for things like that. So I am worried about more of the game being shown off and how much of it is actually going to be changed. So
Yeah,
it's not like these type of things should really be checked. As long as there's an option to like one hit, like assassinate it, then fine. But or like even like customize the type thing, because we shouldn't be fighting. We shouldn't be giving a pig a point blank shot to the head and then a few cuts, and then it might take half its health out. Like that's not supposed to happen.
yeah. I mean, I agree with the shooting and stuff like that. Having said that, and you do apologize for this is like some of the weird conversations we have with my mates, but basically we were discussing whether or not what's the largest animal that you could fight and win against to the death. And my mate was trying to tell me that he could win. This is bare hands, obviously, so factor in weapons, yeah, they should die. But he was like, he reckons he could take down a pig. I was like, you're not taking down a pig. There's no way. Anyway, sorry, slight tangent, but the point to get back to your point, um, um, to get back to your point, um,
The game is
they
basically
are.
just and
Yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah.
changing a
They
lot of
should
it.
be. They should with the weapons. They should be killed, and yeah, they needless changes. The
Yeah.
things that people don't care about.
But speaking of things that people do care about, though, Joe, over in Brazil, they were manufacturing some of the Xbox Series controllers and the new cloud controller, and someone took images of them. They were in a factory in Brazil, so we now have officially the new Xbox Elite 3 controller. Looks very bubbly, but when we had a conversation, when I sent it to you, you noticed something that caught my interest. And what was that? Do you remember?
Sorry, but sorry. Say again, dude. I was just reading something. Go on. What did you say? Sorry.
Professional podcast, by the way.
Professional as ever. Sorry, leaked images. Oh, the Xbox Elite controller. Yeah. I didn't. To be fair, my thoughts on it were I'm just I'm not blown away by it. I think it looks better than the Elite Two, and my as long as it's better. I was quite surprised about it didn't have the mouse touchpads. If it's going to be if Xbox Project Helix or whatever it is going to be a PC type controller or have PC type experiences, I think I'm surprised it doesn't have those like mouse touchpads a la the Steam controller.
It's almost as if they're kind of trying to revert some changes that were previously made.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But for me, I think that I'm probably going to get that controller. I hope there's like cool designs that you can do in the Xbox Design Labs, because there is some pretty cool designs that you can do in there.
But the thing is, with the Elite 2 was a great controller. It's just reliability issues. I personally didn't have any of them, by the way.
Me neither.
But I know lots of people did. I think the only thing that happened to me is the trigger locks at the back.
Yeah.
The little black covers on them fell off, so it was just a little bit harder for me to switch the trigger locks. But that was about it. Like I had no issues. But yeah, like lots of people did, and in fact, I still have my Elite controller to this day, which I use occasionally still. So yeah, I probably would get another one, but the 3, but there's better controllers out there if I was going to spend money on a premium controller. So
absolutely. And I was speaking to a very well-known YouTuber. I had a small conversation with him about the next-gen consoles, and we were talking about how the AMD's FSR 4.1 will bring AI-powered upscaling to the Xbox Series X, and RDNA 2 GPU, potentially PS5 Pro-like upgrades in 2027. So basically, the Xbox Series X will get new upscaling AI that will basically make it equivalent power-wise to the Pro. And I was speaking to Lars Moz Dead over on YouTube, and I asked him, like, I made a pretty simple question from him, or like a question from that was basically like, say I didn't know a single thing about like tech savvy like jargon with this type of things, and like I said, is there a point getting a PS5 Pro right now then if these type of things are happening and we're very close to the PlayStation 6 and Xbox console? And he was like, there's literally, with this new update, there's no point getting a Pro unless you really want a Pro to play your games on said console. So if you have an Xbox, this is going to be pretty much the equivalent, and then just not buy a Pro and just wait for the PS6, which I thought was very interesting because apparently the PS6 is supposed to be a lot cheaper as well. But if Xbox can somehow drop the price of the Series X before this update comes out, that is a massive win in their hands.
Yeah, I still think they need the exclusive games to make it more.
Oh, don't worry, we will talk about that in a bit. Don't worry, we have.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
But yes, that would be a win, and they do seem to be making a lot of small wins at the moment. So yeah, I'm very keen to see what this would look like. I'd love to see it. So yeah,
absolutely.
But we'll wait and see.
Yeah, we will. And you know what else I can't wait to see?
Go.
In 3 days from now, Square Enix is about to show off the showcase for Dragon Quest, and inside the background of YouTube, there are like 7 videos that are like 7 videos that are basically unlisted, which is very, very surprising because there is rumored to be the Dragon Quest 12, and apparently we're supposed to be getting the Dragon Quest what you call it. We've had 1, 2, and 3. We're probably supposed to get 4, 5, and 6 also. And so this is going to be interesting to see. Maybe a new Dragon Quest Builders. I doubt it though, because the people that made Pokemon Poketopia, whatever it's called, meant that. But another thing that Square Enix also announced is that they're looking to accelerate releases for major IPs like Final Fantasy. And this is what they've said. They had this like little poster thing or like a PowerPoint thing, and it goes regular new entries to key franchises, shorter wait time between major games, reorganizing Japan and overseas studios, shifting from quality to quantity to quality, like multi-platform push, and then obviously the 40th year anniversary of Dragon Quest. So they have those unlisted videos that will be revealed in a few days, and I can't wait to see that. But this does come into play with some of the things I've read. Square Enix just released a demo for The Adventures of Elliot. That is something I played a little bit of. It's in the same kind of style as the 2.5 pixel of like Octopath Traveler. Do you know that type of art style?
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, so there's that, and you have that, and you can kind of mix it with Zelda, and my god, it is a beautiful game. I'm probably going to buy it on day one because it's so good looking. I would highly recommend anyone who likes those type of things to buy this game. Like the best way I can describe it is like Octopath Traveler meets like Zelda. That's what I can probably put towards it. But along with Dragon Quest also being shown off, it's going to be good. And another thing to that I've noticed as well, that Square Enix has removed demos for Kingdom Hearts Cloud Editions from the Switch in the US and Japan stores. Don't ask me why they've done this. It might have something to do with them moving the Kingdom Hearts games natively to Switch 2. So, and that's in preparation for Kingdom Hearts 4. So it is something that can happen very soon. I hope it does. And as Mikey said in the comments, that he would also like that too. So who knows? We could be in the preparation of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the right things have happened for that to be the case. So we shall see and hope.
Absolutely. And then the only thing else that we can hope is that Ubisoft has confirmed that new games from Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Ghost Recon will all be available by March 2029. And that also includes the first playable generated AI experience that is also in development. What the fuck does that?
That's going to go down like a cold cup of sick, isn't it?
Yeah, but good to see that there's going to be new Ghost Recon. I've been kind of wanting that Ghost Recon itch. I've been kind of wanting to re-download Breakpoint, but I'm just like, I have too many other games to play. But also getting a new Far Cry game, Far Cry 7 or 8. I can't remember. There's so many of them now. Is it 7 or I think it's 8? That would be the next one. But then obviously Assassin's Creed Hexes is expected to release next year, so we're expected to see a trailer of that soon. Bear in mind, we could see a trailer for probably all of these games in the upcoming 2 weeks, which would be exciting. And that could also lead into the next part where PlayStation has announced the state of play, as we talked about at the start of the show. But they have also trademarked something called Break-In, which is possibly the new name for Fair Games. And one thing I don't have in the document here, but if you look at the languages that are on that trademark, it says English and the secondary language is French. Haven Studios is set in Quebec.
Ooh, French Canadian.
So put two and two together, it's Fair Games basically, and there's only one French speaking studio at PlayStation at this Haven Studios. So yeah, we could finally see the rebirth of this game. Apparently, from what I've heard, the game is not fun. It's been turned into an extraction shooter because that's all they need right now. Is another extraction shooter.
Yeah, no one needs another. It's saturated now. Everyone is waiting for the next thing. And by the way, if you want to know what that next thing is, by the way, guys, go and check out Skyward Masters. Shout out to my friend there. But yeah, sorry. Going. No one needs another extraction shooter, do they? So that's another cold cup of sick. So
And else makes me sick as well.
nice segue. Go on.
Uh, starting from starting from 5 days ago, by the way, that just shows how this news came about. PlayStation Plus prices are net for new customers will increase in regions due to ongoing marketing conditions. Price subscriptions for basically the will start at €10 here or £8 and for 1 month subscriptions, uh, €28 or £22 for 3 month subscriptions, and the price changes do not apply to current subscribers except for Turkey and India, unless the existing subscription changes or lapses. So basically, if you cancel your subscription, the next time you want to get it again, it's going to cost more. One thing I'd love to know, Sony, is what ongoing marketing conditions are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, this is just the thing. They're talking about ongoing market conditions, referring to the global sort of supply chain issues, the constant inflation, blah 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 blah.
Oh,
But
but I
there's
thought
no
that,
excuse. There's no excuse for it.
but
It's
Xbox, decreased the value of Game Pass. Surely they would keep it up too, no?
they are obliged to make these kinds of changes because the Xbox was falling very slowly onto its own sword, um, and PlayStation are the incumbent market leader, and they can do what they want because they're so dominant, um, and that's it. That is what happens when you don't have competition, guys. Um, and also, it is wild out there at the moment. Profit margins, companies, greed is really really high in the world at the moment, and there's a lot to worry about with the global economics and whatnot. So PlayStation are doing this like because everyone's talking about it. It's a bullshit answer. It is a proper corporate bullshit thing. It's if you look into it, this is not actually shouldn't really have any price increase here at all. It's more sort of the ongoing market conditions that they're referring to are mostly around the hardware side of things, and really it's a bit of BS to be fair, and they're only doing it because they can.
Yeah, like Sony just keep taking bad publicity right now, and we're going to go into a bit more there in a bit. But I'm just going to move on to here. Like the only good news is that they announced the state of play that's going to be over an hour long and includes an extended look at Marvel's Wolverine plus new updates from upcoming PS5 games. But however, one thing I didn't put in here, but we spoke about a small bit the other day, and that was the PlayStation hack for Colin Moriarty,
Oh god, yeah.
which
The whole
happened.
thing's a train wreck. But yeah, should we talk about this now? Like
Yeah,
while we've got the
absolutely.
PlayStation topic off. Go on then. You talk us through it.
Like I remember you and I were talking about it, and you said that like I told you how he got his account back. He managed to get it back really quick. But if anyone wants to know the full story, listen to the latest episode of Sacred Symbols over on Colin's channel. I might actually try and see if I can get him on. Might actually try. I'll try it.
Yeah, why not? Like, I mean, yeah, do it again.
Worst thing he says is no.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah, worst thing says no, and it'd be good to understand like from his side of things, like what he went through, and ask him a few because I've got some follow up questions about the whole thing, which I'm sure we all fucking do, right? But yeah.
We do, and
In
like
fact,
let's just go into it.
if he comes on, everyone, like, what questions would you like us to ask him about it?
Absolutely, yeah. Like, please let us know. And like, I have some things I'd like to talk to him about because I myself also experienced a hack back in the day. You remember? I'm pretty sure you messaged me once, and that hack came from playing an EA Sports game. And I remember I lost my EA Sports account, and then like they took over my Spotify then, and then my Twitter, and then my Instagram, and then it took me forever to get everything back. But I do remember that, and you were there, so I would like to get into it. But just the long story short, Colin got his account hacked, and he went into detail. And basically, your account can get hacked just from your username and a transaction made on your account at any stage, at any point. And bear in mind, if they look at your trophies, that is also an indication of a gateway into your account. PlayStation has a massive issue right now with this. So, and they're planning on releasing a digital handheld next year. How are you supposed to release a digital handheld next year when this is a problem? You're trying to tell me I have no access to my account whatsoever?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
Like, bear in mind they bypass the pass key, the two FK or the two FA.
yeah.
Hello, it's supposed to be secure, by the way. Bear in mind,
Mm.
Xbox and Nintendo have this shit too. But like, I also read that like the guy who had the most platinums in like the entirety of PlayStation also never got his account back. Like a few years ago, someone hacked him, and he could never get it back. But Colin is just very fortunate enough. Like he is the number one PlayStation guy. Like people go to PlayStation, they go to Colin Moriarty because he knows PlayStation like the back of his hand. And if I was PlayStation, I'd be listening to him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure that PlayStation is a massive organization, and I'm sure I know Colin obviously knows people there and everything like that, and he will have told. Believe there will be people listening there, but it's again, it's one of those things whereby maybe it's not such an easy fix. How they had the issue in the first place
I
is a
mean,
problem.
don't forget the infamous PlayStation hack back in 2013.
I know, yeah.
Like,
I
how
mean,
long was that gone down? Like over a month, 2 months
yeah.
during the
It's
Christmas period.
I remember that was a meme, wasn't it? Back when
Yeah,
everyone was like, yeah. They need to get that shit sorted. They are again like it's not a good look, right? And with if it wasn't for the fact that inevitably Xbox will stand on a rake somewhere, like this kind of shit would have landed them in more hot water than it has. But thankfully for them, it hasn't. Because Xbox again have just kept stepping on those rakes. But as a consumer, I would be pretty worried going into future um, future hardware or an account
absolutely,
with
absolutely.
PlayStation. So
Yeah, absolutely.
and
And there's like there is two more PlayStation topics that I have lower down. I'm going to bump them up to
yeah,
this news topic because I'm going to be going off on a tangent here in a second. So I'm preemptively
yeah.
warning you.
I will say this: like anyone like who's got like respectfully get on at PlayStation and give them this feedback that this needs to be fixed. That's the best way to get this done. Either feedback or vote with your wallet and just have them fixed it. Don't invest in their hardware until they do. So yeah, there you go.
I'm actually going to
Move.
message Last Time Media in a minute and see if they give me a response. They usually Colin usually messages me back when I talk to him, so hopefully.
Back.
But anyway, other PlayStation news: single player games from PlayStation are no longer going to launch on PC. PlayStation is still going to release certain multiplayer games whenever they do come about for them because their live service has been abysmal, as we'll talk about in a minute. But single player games, yeah, I think the most sold PlayStation game on PC is Days Gone, and ever since that, nothing has really sold a lot. I felt like Days Gone kind of was the first to go over there, so there was kind of like this novelty, and a lot of people bought it. But ever since then,
Also, Days Gone was a criminally underrated game and I think it probably is. Yeah, it's one of those games where people maybe didn't pick it up because the review scores weren't that good and stuff like that, and
yeah, it was a buggy mess.
yeah, and it was criminally underrated. And I think obviously once it released on PC, by then it was like, this is great. It's great. You should, and it is fantastic. It was one of the first games that I picked up on PC from them as well. In fact, no, it was the first game I picked up from them on PC.
Absolutely, but like I can understand, especially going into their they're going back to the way things were. We want to be exclusive, and we'll
Yeah.
also talk about what Xbox should do going forward with their certain titles. But we'll talk about again in a minute where it's a bit difficult
This
for
is
them.
the this is the right call from Sony, in my opinion, mate.
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I
absolutely,
mean?
absolutely. No,
It's
no,
the
I
right call
agree.
from Sony, especially with the Steam machine coming out. Obviously, you know, if Xbox is does have Steam on the next on Project Helix or whatnot, you are basically diluting your ecosystem, and this is for it. Don't get me wrong, as a consumer it's not ideal, like, you know, in terms of like it'd be great to be able to just have one machine and play all the games on, even if it's via Steam or whatnot. But this, for Sony PlayStation and the future health of their ecosystem and their platform, this is the right move. So and because ultimately I care about the health of their platform as a gamer and them investing in their studios and games, then this is the right move, and I'm pleased that they're doing this. Yeah, and I know obviously I'm glad you're in agreement. Like, and to be fair, obviously it's pretty obvious that we feel very similar about the Xbox, and we'll sort of get into that. Um,
Yeah, no, but I
but
still
yeah,
have one big thing to talk about with them. Well, there's two topics that'll lead into one,
yeah,
because I'll try not to get emotional when saying it because I've already cried over this information this week.
genuine. Oh,
Genuine,
of course.
genuine,
Yeah, yeah,
genuinely.
yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Come
So,
on, okay, everyone. Like, let's. I'll get the little violin out, voiceover, while Davey monologues here.
all right. So, Destiny. For almost 12 years, we have had the joy and honor to explore the Destiny universe with you all. Through the ups and downs, surprise and triumphs, building Destiny alongside our players has been a monumental privilege. While our love for Destiny 2 has not changed, it has become clear that the final shape has not reached. We have not reached the time for our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2 as our focus towards a new beginning for Bungie. We will begin to work our next games to incubating our next games to the end of the June 9th, 2026. We will release the final live service content update for Destiny 2. To begin with that journey as a studio, to active development may be concluded, we will ensure that Destiny 2 remains playable just as the original Destiny is today. Many changes in this final update will aim to ensure that Destiny is a welcoming place for players to return to. We are proud of Destiny 2, the places it took us, and the legacy it has created. Because of you all, our universe is vast, built on our years of shared stories, adventures, our victories, from the Cosmodrome to the Pale Heart to the Lawless Frontier, and we have forged lifelong memories and friendships with you all. We are incredibly grateful to everyone who made that journey with us. From the deepest part of our hearts, thank you, and we'll see you in the stars. Ah, man, even just rereading that, I woke up to that news and just reflected the past 12 years. Like, Destiny is my most played game of all time.
Mm,
Bungie as a studio has a very special place in my heart from growing up playing Halo with my father
mm,
and releasing Destiny, me and my friends being there day one, meeting my friend Jordan, who I play a marathon with. We met in college because he heard that we played Destiny and he came over, and we've friends since college. My friend Mont over in Leicester that I visit sometimes, like when we used to play Crota or play Destiny on Xbox, and we'd do the Crota's raid together. Or the random people that we met along the way that are still on my PlayStation and Xbox accounts. The memories I've had with my friends staying up all night to make sure that we do the raid in the first 2 days. As a long time fan of Destiny, since day one, seeing it come to this absolutely breaks my heart. And seeing that Destiny 3 is not in active development and the fact that they have games incubating. They have not said Destiny 3, and they won't say Destiny 3 because PlayStation will not greenlit a Destiny 3. But information that has come out today, as of recording, there are people signing petitions, and I'm one of those people that have already signed the petition that has now reached over 200,000 people signing it to please make a Destiny 3. Like, take time off, yes, 100%, but Bungie is a phenomenal studio that was held, like, PlayStation were sold a lie when they were given that by P. Parson. And he just ran off with that money, left everybody in shit. Like, Bungie, like, Destiny was supposed to be originally a 4 to 5 year game, so like all the way to D5. But when that was the contract that they had with Activision back in the day when they made Destiny 2. But like, as we know, that Bungie should have stopped making Destiny 2 after they finished the Final Shape expansion. That concluded the 10-year story of the Light and Dark saga, and then they barely hit the heights of that when it came to Edge of Faith. Like, I don't think Edge of Faith hit like, I think it hit like maybe 20,000 concurrent players on Steam, as opposed to previously hitting like 200 and something thousand. And which is very ironic right now that like there's some people that'll tell you, oh, go play a marathon if you want to support Bungie. It's like, no, I want to support them by playing the game that we love them for. Like, they should have been having two teams to build these games side by side. But obviously they did have Gummy Bears, the Project Gummy Bears, which now has been taken by them from Sony. So they literally had that one IP, but now they have none. They're working on Marathon, and it's really worrying. As I will say now, like, Bloomberg announced that Bungie is planning to have significant layoffs following the end of Destiny 2's development. Destiny 3 is not in active development. Bungie staff are pitching and prototyping new projects, including the Destiny franchise, but none are greenlit. They have tried to greenlit a Destiny 3, but Sony keeps saying no. And there is like this thing at the moment where everybody is going to arrive into the tower on June 9th on Destiny 2. And we're going to say our final goodbyes, do the Pantheon. Like, it's so heartbreaking. Like, the streamer Dado, I remember watching him, and his stream made me cry too, because that's how he met his wife, is through that game, because she worked on the game. And, you know, like, seeing that's what I was known for, was the Destiny guy. But now, you know, then you've got Bife, who literally just made content on Destiny lore videos, and like, we see Marathon getting review bombed because people are angry. And it's just ironic that this petition for saving Destiny 3 or making Destiny 3 has more concurrent signings than Marathon has concurrent players on Steam. Marathon has like less players than Destiny on Steam right now. Like, I think it's got like 10k people playing Marathon on Steam, much less on PlayStation, and barely any on Xbox. Like, we're not, you can't sit here and be like, oh, we're going to spend 400 million on Concord, and we're going to rename Fair Games to Break-In and hope for the best that's going to be new extraction. No, that's not. Like, Bungie are a pinnacle gaming studio, like the Naughty Dogs, like the Insomniacs, like the Coalition, you know, like BioWare. Bungie are one of those main staples. Give them the money to develop a game, they will make a phenomenal game. And as we're aware right now, Marathon is currently going through changes where they're adding a single player like PvE element to the game to try and see if we can get more players. It is heartbreaking. Like, I'd already planned on getting my my ghost tattoo this year, but I'm gonna have to get it much sooner now because
Mm.
it hurts so bad seeing that this game that I love is just gone. Because it's not that it's just a game. It's Destiny has been a massive part of my life. I have spent thousands and thousands of hours in that game with my friends. Every day we finished school back in the day, Destiny. And when we got back from college, Destiny. On the weekends, Destiny. You know? And it's heartbreaking to see that this is what it's come to. So fuck you, Sony. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you are most unhappy with Sony, and it is sad, and this is the thing. Like you go chasing live service, which demand is not there for it. It's a doggy dog world, the live service game, especially in the online shooter, and especially the extraction online shooter, which is being done to death, and it is very much suffering from what the um what the battle royale genre suffered, and obviously do you know what I mean? The team deathmatch suffered, and everything it happens. The best thing to do would be to innovate with something new and let them stew on it. But or even or like you said, Destiny. But it's not happening. Uh, I it does seem like you were right, and unfortunately, in this instance, you were right in that it does leave people worrying for the future of the studio. Like, if this is like, if they don't manage to turn it around a marathon, what are they gonna do? Um, I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry for you, man. Like it's never really been a game I've played very much at all. So I'm not as sad. I'm sad for, on the overall treatment and what's happening there over at Bungie, and the handling across the board between you know Sony and the heads of the studio and stuff like that. It's for shame, for shame. But yeah.
Yeah, no, like I've been so angry all week. Like
Mm.
I can't remember who exactly like, and as a like I might as well just say now because there's news right now that broke like 40 minutes ago. Marathon's first season wraps up in June 2nd. As we begin to prepare for season 2, we are going to reveal more about Nightfall this week, including details about Night Marsh, the new Runner Shell, Sentinel, the Cradle, and progression improvements. I can tell you already that stream, if they have one, is going to literally be make Destiny 3. I can guarantee you that already.
Mm.
But my god, like it hurts, man. It's a part of like that's half my life.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
half my life. And bear in mind, from because I used to play it on PC, when Final Shape ended, so when Edge of Fate to Renegades, I put 500 hours into that game when nobody really played it.
Damn.
I was still there. I soloed the final dungeon. I got my lightsaber. I got the crossbow. I've done all these things. I do anything because I love Bungie's games. And I play Marathon, but I'm just kind of conflicted right now between playing it because I rebooted back up Destiny because I'm just trying to live in the moment that I used to have when I was a teenager. And it hurts so much, man. And people can call me a fucking pussy or whatever, but if you don't know love if that's the way it is, you know, you've never actually
Yeah.
loved anything if that's the case. But
Listen, like you know what, guys, like no, like I mean, I slightly wound Dave up with the whole like small violin thing, but these at the end of the day, these are the things that games are like the thing that we're most passionate about, and outside of friends and family, like this is our hobby, this is our passion, this is what we do for work. It's very much a very important part of our lives, and a lot of emotional memories and things like that, and nostalgia attached to these things, and it's always sad when things uh when things go away like that. You know, because in many ways it is almost like a form of grief. And yeah, so we you know, all jokes aside, you know, it's we're already gutted and I hate it. I hate it when it happened to any of you lot. So yeah, it's gutted for you, buddy. Um,
While Xbox or why Sony is down, even Xbox just managed to keep giving us more stuff, and what they should do.
I
Huh?
was going to say, having said that, there is quickly there is obviously the whole PlayStation state of play thing we touched on earlier, and a little bit of information on that. Obviously, state of play returns on June 2nd, and the over hour-long show includes an extended look at Marvel's Wolverine, which we knew was coming, but I can't wait for.
Mm-hmm.
Plus news and updates on upcoming PS5 games. It didn't say anything about new games though, but they will be there. But I would
The
like
God
them
of
to.
War game is going to show up here.
Mm.
At the new
Yeah,
God of War game is going to show up here. So
and to be fair, this show needs to be it needs to be good, and B, it's coming about at the right time because it's been one hell of a bad news week for them, or week and a half.
do you want me to tell you why this is going to be a big show?
Go on.
Because it was announced 2 weeks in advance. Every other state of play has been announced 2 days prior. They
Yeah.
have hired out a theater for people to go to. There is something big happening here. They're trying to get
Okay.
so
Yeah.
you know they're trying to do that, but do you know what else needs to be done in the gaming world?
Go. Tell
E-
me.
Xbox needs to listen to its player base a bit more.
Mm.
That's
And they have been. So new leaf.
so yeah. So there has been this a thing on the website where it's like the Xbox player voice feedback, and there's like all these certain things. We'll go from 10 to 1, and then we'll talk about the one because one is a big, massive topic. So
Yeah.
the first one at number 10 is
This is
lowering.
most requested things for Xbox from users. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to start at number 10 and make our way up.
Yeah. Fine.
Up.
Yep.
Crap. So
Sorry.
yeah,
Oh, you guys, I was laughing obviously on our prep document. Obviously, you had the 1 to 10, and Dave accidentally switched 1 and 10 around. Anyway, we'll go.
yeah. But to lower the price of the console, I very much agree with that, especially with the new update, the AI update that'll come out in the next year. I think Xbox can, and you've heard me say this before. They should drop the price of that console if they're serious about wanting players in before the next console.
Mm.
They need to drop that price. Bring it
I
back down
agree
to
with you.
500. No, bring it down to 450, 500. Bring it down to that price.
Yeah, I mean, like all this goes to Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Consoles should not go up in price, only down. Anyway, yeah, sorry. I was trying to do, one of those meme like
Yeah, too
tweet things.
goddamn high. I know the ones
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking about.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, I fully agree with you, mate. And this and obviously the many people who have put this as a suggestion.
Yeah, absolutely. And then number 9 is the HDR dashboard. I assume that's the thing that like PlayStation has on the Pro, where you can see how much frames you have, the HDR adjusting. I think that's what that's talking about, really, because HDR is on is on Xbox. I just don't
Well,
think they
yeah, they've
have the
had it since
same
the Xbox One S, haven't they?
One
HDR.
X, One X, yeah,
One X, yeah, okay, yeah,
the Project Scorpio, as it was.
yeah. Yes.
Allow Xbox to record voice chat and clips on my console.
Absolutely, I think that would be great. I mean, they obviously have the ability to do that because they're monitoring your voice chat.
They're listening to you.
Well, they are. They remember that thing came along. It was like a safety thing. Like we're going to monitor voice chat. So if anyone's hateful, blah blah blah, um, then you can get a ban basically. And I think so. So therefore, they should be able to do this. They should be able to do this. And that's a
Yeah,
good one as well because if you're posting a clip and stuff like that, often you want you and you're I'm just thinking back in the days playing PUBG and stuff like that, and you're posting a clip in your final circle, and it's like, where's the guy? And like, what's going on and what's going on in the chat is yeah, that's what you want to be hearing.
Absolutely. And then at number, before I even start that, like X or PlayStation, when you play your PlayStation and you get a trophy, and like if you have on the uh, feature that allows you to record like the 10 seconds before you get the trophy, like if you have your microphone and your voice picks up through that audio clip. But anyway, the next thing that Xbox players want at number 7 is Xbox avatars, like we did back in the day. I want to be able to make my own guy again. You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember it. I don't. I put it this way. I think it needs to be. I think it needs a bit of thought to go into it. I like it, but I don't. I feel like I still prefer to have my picture, um, and stuff. And maybe I don't know. I think maybe your avatar Xbox avatars. I feel like maybe that should be in this whole gamified ecosystem that they should have and work. Maybe that's how I would see it fitting. I don't like. I wasn't massive on the implementation of it back in the day. Um, or put it this way, I wouldn't swap it out for what they've got now. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. I know it's probably a hot take because obviously, this is number 7 most requested thing. But yeah, it's not. They've talked about bringing them back a few times, and maybe they did, and then they pulled it or something. I don't know. Do you remember? This was like maybe 2018 or something. Sorry.
I can't remember, if I'm being honest with you.
Sorry.
I can't remember.
Anyway, I've put it this way. If they're gonna, I don't think that they should bring it back how it was before. I think they should improve upon it significantly and make it sort of a an engaging part of the ecosystem.
I see. I see. I
Yeah.
get you now. Number 6, by the way, allow disc-based games with Project Helix. Very straightforward. I think there should be a disc drive, but to make the console cheaper, they'll make it without it. But like on the PlayStation Pro and the digital PS5, you can take off the side and add on the attachable disc drive for your physical discs. So if you can have that type of feature on the Xbox, that would be
Well,
very much
there
appreciated.
was that thing, wasn't there? There was that leak, wasn't it? I think it was Windows Central or something that shared it. Um, about I think no, maybe we talked about it on the last one, whereas like Xbox seemed to have got something in there whereby you can take the license key that's on a disc to redeem your
Yeah,
physical games and play them on the
on the
on
content.
the
Yeah,
on the next. Yeah, I mean, I think this is. All I'm going to say is I think this is a reach. This one, I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's
I
just not enough.
mean, yeah, especially where they're going, but you
Mm.
know, Xbox Game Pass Family Plan. This one, to be honest, I don't care too much. Like, if you're sharing it with your
You know
mates,
what?
maybe.
I think so. You see, this is. I think the Game Pass Family Plan is a great one for because if they want new people to come into their ecosystem, they want people or to Game Pass, right? It needs to be affordable, and if they want like the people like students at uni or in school and stuff like that playing and all getting an Xbox, the family plan is great. And obviously for me it would be perfect because um between me and the missus and like my brothers and all that, I just yeah, I think it would be great to actually get it, but I don't think it should be this high on the priority list. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Uh, Number 4, achievements.
Well, we spoke about this at length last time, didn't we?
Yeah,
And didn't you say that you were going to
I
show me some of your
had.
ideas?
I have. I sent you a quick animation of it. I have contacted
You did.
Arsha Sharma that I have designed one. I have fully designed it now. I am currently in the process of making a video and editing the video. I have made an Xbox Platinum equivalent.
Ooh,
I can confidently say I've fully designed it now.
wow. Well, I hope it goes well for you, buddy. But yeah, no, I mean, obviously, I highly agree with this one. And I wouldn't check. I wouldn't put it lower. This one, put it that way.
This one is going to the top of my list, if anything.
I think it needs to be. I think it needs to be not number one, but it should be. It's up there. To be fair, I feel like in terms of what's on 2 and 3, I mean, I don't feel like one. I think is just I'm not convinced it will happen. And number two, like yeah, we'll get into it, but yeah, it's definitely highly important. They need to do a lot, and to be fair, the achievements thing should be tied into Xbox avatars, which also ties into the whole gamified ecosystem. Um, and Davey has just sort of shown me the platinum achievement, by the way, guys. And I will say this: it looks sick. It looks really sick.
I spent
I won't
2 days making
I
that
won't.
bastard yoke.
I won't. I won't spoil his surprise for you guys, but I think um, a lot of people will agree with this. This is cool.
Yeah, and
Um,
like, sorry, what number were we on again? I was too focused
we
on
were
sending
on.
you the.
We just finished. We just finished on achievements. So I was sort of rambling about. I think achievements should sort of tie into Xbox avatars and also the whole gamified ecosystem pitch that I've been trying to make. Anyway, make an online multiplayer free to access is number 3.
Yeah, that
It's
is
never
like
going to
the.
happen.
But this, see, I think it might. I think it might
Okay,
because
okay, because listen, Xbox are going to have to take a lot of hits to revenue to rebuild themselves back up.
mhm.
I just don't think that one of those is make online multiplayer free to access unless the game is free to play.
I think that if you own, say, you get Christmas comes along, the only game you get is Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
You can play that game online, but if you want to play more stuff, get the Game Pass, and it obviously is still included, whatever. But I think like FIFA, things like that, you pay nothing to play online. You pay for nothing to do that on Steam, and with the Steam box coming in, same thing. Oh wait, you're telling me I just have my internet? I pay for my internet. I don't need to pay for another subscription to use my internet.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah,
I don't. I actually think it's damn right, but um, I just don't think it's going to happen. Oh, you know what? Maybe it will happen, but I don't think it's an overnight thing. I think if put it this way, if Xbox did this and PlayStation didn't, that will speak volumes. And actually, to be fair, this is the sort of thing that would buy them the good faith from the press going into launch. That would make people buy an Xbox and I mean normies, not the hardcore, and the normies to buy a PlayStation and not an Xbox.
yeah,
Once
no,
you get
but like that's the thing though.
PlayStation, getting rid of it.
But like that's the thing though. I feel like making that free is something that should be free anyway. Like PlayStation
I know
3,
it should be free anyway.
Like PlayStation 3 used to be free online back in the day,
It did, yeah.
you know?
It certainly did.
So I totally think it should. But and leading into number 2, this one kind of confuses me a little bit.
What's that? Oh yeah,
Back,
yeah. I mean, I don't understand like as if it's not going to be. I don't think they get rid of this. Maybe it's one of those things where more backwards compatibility in terms of OG Xbox and achievements and stuff. Maybe
just for people that are not too sure, number 2 is backwards compatibility. But isn't there already backwards compatibility with like majority, if not most of the games? Unless they mean, unless they're talking about maybe bring back the 60 frame per second thing that they used to do with their backwards compatibility. Remember that?
You mean improving more games? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that happens at this point. It would be nice though for them to go in there and add achievements and improve the to encourage for the old games. So for OG Xbox games, when you go around and play and put achievements in for them, that would be cool. Especially because like I played so much of the OG Xbox games on the Series X, so much um, and it was like Time Splitters, Battlefront, KOTOR. Like I went back and did it all. Like I was having a great time. It was like nostalgia fueled, um, uh, yeah, just gaming. And yeah, it would have been nice to have had backwards compatibility on achievements which is not how I would have phrased it, but that's how I'm choosing to take this. Because backwards compatibility, they already do it. It's like they're already so good at that. I don't see how it improves.
Yeah, no. But one thing that needs to improve is number one. Man, I'm on a roll with these segue things today. I'm not sure if you noticed
Oh
that.
man, yeah.
But yeah, not
Yeah.
so exclusives. The number one thing Xbox needs and what Xbox fans want is exclusives. And I have the perfect thing to do that. Just do what PlayStation is doing. Make your
Yeah.
single player games exclusive.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's obvious. You want your multiplayer games that thrive on large audiences and people playing them to be played by everyone, and your single player like tentpole things that keep people buying your and differentiate your platform as the exclusives. Um,
And so yeah, like Forza is a multiplayer game. Yeah, sure, you can have that. Oh yeah, but by the way, guys, Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be a Xbox only single player game. So if
yeah,
you want
I
to play
think
it,
honestly, yeah, Fable to be fair, coming out day and day on PlayStation 5 is one of the biggest own goals I've ever seen in the history of gaming.
that
Um,
was under old management. If they would go back, they could, I'd say. But even at that,
I don't
just
think it's too late to pull it, but like it would be. Don't get me wrong, they'd piss a lot of people off, but I don't think they would. I wouldn't call them out for pulling it, just because I wouldn't do that to PlayStation either. To be honest, I would like. It's one of those things whereby like it's not ideal for the consumer, but it's for the. I'm thinking about the health of their platform, which I've spent a lot of money in. Like yeah, understandable, and I agree wholeheartedly that this should be the number one.
yeah, no, it like there is one major problem that kind of speaks volumes to this, and I know it's kind of hard at the moment, but like 17,000 upvotes is number one. That's not a lot of upvotes, you know?
No. Well, I mean, you just have to. How many people have gone in and done that though?
Yeah, but like at the same time, exclusivities matter. You see it with PlayStation. Like, if you're telling me that uh this like it's kind of hard with Halo at the moment because Halo literally has physical copies of it like on shelves right now, like display cases. So I think maybe do you make the single player to Halo going forward? Like, okay, so apparently there's the rumor of the trilogy coming, and then the newest Halo is supposed to be on just Xbox by itself. We still don't know if Gears of War E-Day is coming to PlayStation. That could be interesting.
Yeah, we'll
Like,
see.
like if they can do what PlayStation did, PlayStation reverted their method. Xbox can do the same thing. There's enough
Yeah, they
game, you know.
absolutely can.
But so like there are certain ways to go about that, and I feel like they could. And like as we're about to talk about with Fable, like I thought Fable might be a bit further away, but Fable is starting to receive age verifications on rating boards in South Korea, Australia, classifying the game as an 18 plus mature game, frequently killing, bloodshed, and mutilation, and using weapons, direct criminal act based use on user's choice, use of language that expresses sexual acts, and excessive use of vulgar language and profanity. This game might
Yeah,
actually come out in December, I think.
yeah, I think so too. It could be. I certainly think it's 2026.
Like, if it does get pushed to, I mean, bear in mind, it could still be in the 2026 physical year, because remember, that doesn't end until like what, March? So the wording can still work in a certain way. But I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah,
this game comes out and, it comes, I want to say, let's just do it now. Let's go down to December right now, shall we? This game releases on the 17th of December.
You think, sorry, it goes 17th of December?
Yep. And if you want to get it 3 days early, it'll release on the 14th of December with the premium edition of the game. That's what I think will happen with Fable.
I think it might be. I think it might be slightly earlier. I know GTA. I don't. Okay, I can't. I don't have a strong enough reasoning to argue against it. I don't. I don't think you're right, but I can't justify it. So therefore, I'm just going to go with what you're saying and be like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, no.
yeah. That's just how it is. Like, I can't.
Watch us lose our
I
shit
don't.
when this.
I mean, like, we'll maybe we'll find more out.
We might get a release date.
Yeah.
Like, if like literally the only thing that could happen if it doesn't release this year is we get the developer direct in January, and then boom, 2 months later, Fable. That's literally the only other thing.
Yeah, maybe.
But one other thing that it's probably the last topic I think that we can talk about because it's pretty funny that I saw this on X/Twitter.
Yeah, I saw this. Right, yeah.
And it is regarding the Xbox. Xbox account tweeted out GTA 6 wishlist now for November 19th. I'm just going to double check the actual numbers. As the time of making this document, it had 36 million views and over 250,000 likes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Right. So right now it has 37 million views and 261,000 likes. This is like just a friendly reminder that it's not just going to be on PlayStation, because for some reason people just think because of the marketing rights that, you know, that it's just going to be PlayStation exclusive, because there's actually so many stupid people like that out there. But the comments under this are like, oh, I thought PlayStation had all the marketing rights. Yeah. It's like, bro, this is literally just letting you know that it's available to wishlist. PlayStation have had the wishlist up on their PlayStation Store for quite some time. It's only now available to wishlist on Xbox, as far as I'm aware. And people are freaking out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think you're right, actually. Yeah, I wouldn't look too much into it though.
Yeah, no, like there's literally. I mean, would we lose our shit if this came on the Xbox One? Nope, absolutely. We go the whole like that would be insane. But GTA 6, I will be taking time off work to play it. I'm gonna give myself 2 full days of non-stop sleep just playing that game. Looking forward to it. Not gonna lie, looking forward to it.
Yeah, and when the multiplayer comes out for it, which it will come out afterwards, let's be real.
I think it's like a month after. Or well,
we should do some streams. That'll be fun.
Oh, absolutely! Like we'll even record doing it when we're doing the podcast. I can definitely see us doing that.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, that'll be well fun.
But yeah, no rematch. The football game rematch is bringing a new update as of June 10th. I think it's got to do with the World Cup, so that's going to be interesting to see also. And yeah, I think that is it for the news. Is there anything else that we could talk about? Let me just double check that if anything has came about. No, nothing in the place. Yeah, no, that's everything. That's everything. So yeah, my beloved Bungie could be closed down by the end of next year, unless they revert things, and Xbox proceeds to do well, and hopefully they continue to do well. But yeah, Joe, I think that is it for this week. That's anything else?
No, I can't see anything else. Not in the gaming space, at least.
Well, if that's the case, then this show has concluded. Thanks everyone for listening. Joe, if they want to find you, where can they find you?
Find me here on the Gamer Chat podcast and over at Free Gaming Pillars. I'll be Mopish Lawyer on platforms and socials. So yeah, go give me a follow, say hi, and look forward to rocking out with you guys again on the next one.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for listening, and just remember, let us know what you think about the whole Sony thing. Do you think Xbox should revert back to exclusives? Let us know again what you think about the upcoming State of Play showcase and direct, what we might see again, because I'm going to keep battling on with that. And we shall see ye in the next video next week. Peace out.